Welcome to this month's mini healing, which is all around the third eye chakra. That is exactly what we are going to be exploring this month in the lab. And this is a little taste of what you could possibly experience. So with the third eye chakra, we think of vision, clairvoyance, right? Our intuition. And that is absolutely a massive part of what we're going to be looking at. But specifically for this healing, I've been guided to focus on trust. So we are all intuitive beings. We all have the ability to connect to spirit. We all can receive our own messages. The problem, what trips us up, is that we don't trust what comes through. We think it should look different. It would be better if it was like this other person. It was clearer, more obvious, but that's just not how spirit works. So today in this little healing, we are going to remove the blocks that stand between you and you trusting your intuition. Now, trust is a choice. It's something that we can choose to just lean into every day. I certainly do, but that is much harder when you still have these energetic blocks, hence today's healing. So I'm going to ask you to just maybe settle back, deepen your breath a little, close your eyes. And we're going to just invite our bodies to release all of that tension we've been holding on to from the day, from the week, quite possibly from this year. And slow your breath, come into this moment, let the past go, let what you have to do after this go, and just be in your body. And as you breathe, we're going to create beautiful sacred space for this healing to happen. And we can call in your trusted guides and helpers to support us with this. And as the body relaxes, the breath slows just a little bit more, a little bit more. We're going to open up to receive the energy on offer. So the first block we are going to release is all of the times where you trusted and you got burned. And this definitely makes me think of past lives, the witch wound, but it absolutely could be present, an ancestral pattern. But we're going to call forth all of that energy, all of that pain in order to be released. Okay. Thank you. And now we are going to work on all of the times that you trusted and it worked out. And I know we can often think that if something was a positive experience, if it happened the way that we expected it to, that there's not wounding or trauma within it. And that is not necessarily the case. There can often be the expectation of having to do it again, of now expecting more and therefore being disappointed, or a whole bunch of other things. But we are going to, right now, bask in the reminder that these experiences can lend to us of how powerful we are. I'm actually working in the solar plexus for this part, but it is absolutely resonating and clearing the third eye at the same time. You may feel that in your belly and in your head. And now we're going to call forth the energy of all of the times that you didn't trust. You just couldn't do it. And you grasped, you controlled, you micromanaged, therefore creating an outcome that was not optimal. And we're going to lovingly release the shame, the regret, and any other lower vibrational emotions attached to that energy. I really feel this clearing out of the rib cage. Again, just come back to your breath, back to this moment, back to your body, and allow this energy to leave. Now moving into all of the times when you didn't trust, you couldn't trust. That's what I'm hearing. I couldn't do it, and you just gave up. So the opposite of controlling, just whatever's going to happen is going to happen. I don't care. There's a lot of, it almost feels like youthful, like anger. Like, I don't care. This isn't fair. I'm just not going to bother. We're just going to allow all of that to come up. And it feels, again, very juvenile, maybe from your childhood. Let that come up. Again, keep coming back to your breath, allowing this energy to flow. And we're going to welcome in healing into our hearts around this block, around this energy being released. It's okay. It's okay that you gave up, that you couldn't do it. Ooh, and just being able to sit in acceptance of what was. Thank you. And now we're going to lean into all the times that you could have chosen trust, but you froze. It was too much. You were too afraid. You were overwhelmed and you just shut down. And we are now going to soften into the truth that we're not perfect. We don't need to trust every time. We don't need to show up in the way that we wish we could. And again, as we soften, releasing more tension from the body, also working in the back of the brain a little bit and releasing, or at least loosening up those beliefs of what should be. Inviting expectations to come forward to the front of the mind, to be seen, to be witnessed, and for you to decide if it's still something you want to carry. Thank you. And now we're going to go to all of the times you could have trusted and you simply reacted instantly from your wounding, from your patterns, from your trauma, and it was just a total shit show. And now we open up to receiving forgiveness throughout the entire body, starting at the crown, moving through the entire chakra system. I see it running through the meridians, the tissues, the organs, down deep into the bones. And again, just coming into your body, into the breath, into the present moment, and allowing this energy to move as much as you can without resistance. Thank you. So just pulling a clearing net through your body, removing any debris that was released from looking at these blocks, right? From inviting that healing to come forward into acknowledging that it's okay, all of it. Asking Mother Earth to come up, to gently hold you and ground you. And I want to remind you that no matter how you have worked with trust, responded in situations where you could have trusted in the past, you are exactly where you need to be. You can't mess this up. And I know that because you're here, right? You may have chosen a different path to where you are because of a lack of trust, and that makes things more challenging, harder, right? Scarier. So it's not that you are in the wrong place. It's just that you have chosen a path that is possibly more arduous than it needed to be. So I'm going to ask you to repeat after me now. And this is an affirmation. You can repeat as much as you want. It feels more like a declaration of what at least I want going forward. And I invite you to join me in it if it feels right. I am choosing to trust myself now. I'm choosing to trust my intuition. My third eye is clear. I am exactly where I need to be. I'm just opening up, working through the heart again, bringing that up into the third eye. Yes, thank you. And the message that's coming through is that this trust that we have now emblazoned, right, really ignited within ourselves, it can be used to trust our intuition, our third eye, our psychic gifts. And it can also be used to trust everything about ourselves, our emotions, our bodies, our impulses, our choices. And when we really can lean into trusting that everything is as it needs to be and that we are perfectly poised to create the life that we are here to experience, things become so much easier. So thank you for joining me in this mini healing. If you have any questions, reach out. And if you would like more of this, I welcome you to join us in the Alchemy Lab.